They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
So this is the worst email so far that I have read in the Epstein files. And I'm going to read it to you, but I'm warning you, when I first read this email, I legitimately felt sick to my stomach. Like I'm still having a physiological reaction from it. So this is from Tom Barrack to Jeffrey Epstein. And if you don't know who Tom Barrack is, he is a close friend and fundraiser to Donald Trump. He was the senior advisor to Trump's 2016 presidential campaign, and he is currently Trump's ambassador to Turkey. He is in this inner circle. So this is what the email says. And again, I am warning you, it is I just can't believe this is happening, to be honest. Epstein, hope you are well. Photos look good. FYI, I receive many calls a week about both Donald, redacted, Marla, beauty contests, Mar-a-Lago, etc., and Clinton from reporters. Less so recently with Clinton, but my answers are always, I have nothing to say, or I try to ignore altogether. A few times I have been ambushed on the street with questions, but I'm more careful now. So from this, we can deduce that Barrack just sent Epstein some photos, and Barrack is fully aware of what Epstein is doing. Barrack responds with, hope you're good, let's catch up. And Epstein finally says, send photos of you and child. Make me smile.
Can bring a little baby back for you or two, boys or girls, so Madonna. We'll email when we get to Amsterdam. That is a real email from the recent Epstein files releases. And if you want to take a screenshot or pause this and look, this is the email itself. It was sent by a woman named Penny Siegel to Jeffrey Epstein's email account in 2009 with the subject Kenya. And I don't know what this means. I don't know if this woman was talking about actually smuggling babies out of Kenya to be given to Jeffrey Epstein. If she was talking about trafficking children, I don't know. But I've heard stories like this before. For example, in the Marc Dutroux story, Marc Dutroux is basically the Jeffrey Epstein of Belgium. There were allegations from victim witnesses that they actually had baby farms, aka locations, warehouses, where mothers were literally chained up and kept in these warehouses, safe houses, greenhouses, whatever they were, and they were raped and then forced to stay there until they gave birth. The kids were then sold off to various pedophile rings, sex trafficking organizations, and the mothers were then raped again and impregnated, and the thing just continued on and on. So this is not something new, and some of these allegations that we've seen in the last few days have been incredibly disturbing. You probably know this already. I mean, I covered this yesterday. We talked about somebody who wrote into the FBI and claimed that they saw babies getting their intestines cut out, the feces eaten from their intestines on a private boat party. And I'm not saying I endorse all of these claims and I believe all of these claims, but I think that it's important to note that there's a historic trend of these claims being made surrounding these sorts of rings. This is not new. We are still just scratching the surface of how dark Epstein really was. And they're never, ever going to reveal the full truth about it. That is something I can promise and guarantee you right now. But I'm going to keep on digging and keep asking questions. Now, it's interesting, actually. I'm just connecting this now. This email actually talks about getting to Amsterdam with the babies. That's where Marc Dutroux's victims claimed the baby factories were essentially being ran out of. It was in Amsterdam. Pizza, pizza, pizza. Send pizza to Bobby. What does a gynecologist and a pizza boy have in common? They can smell it, but they can't eat it. May I bring in your slice of pizza to you? Pizza party was great. We had a lot of fun, stayed late. We all slept in yesterday morning. Your night was good? Also up there, spoof on Chandelier, the video I sent you with the amazing little girl dance. If you take a look at the recent emails released by the DOJ/FBI dealing with Jeffrey Epstein, a lot of people have been pointing out that there are hundreds of messages that reference pizza. And some of these messages just don't really make sense. For example, right here you can see in 2016 an email was sent to Epstein, subject the pizza monster. Jeffrey wrote, she looks pregnant, and the person responded, we don't know who that was. You mean radiating a soft glow with a look of bliss and excitement? Yeah, that's the pizza. So what that means, we still don't know. There are also a few references in these emails to pizza and grape soda. As you can see here, Harry Fish writes to Jeffrey Epstein in 2018, "What time do you want to get pizza and grape soda tomorrow?" In a different thread of messages, this same guy sends Epstein a photograph of a slice of pizza with a bottle of grape soda. And he references this again. First we get a slice of pizza with grape soda, then the Pop-Tart. In a different message chain, he messages Epstein again and says, "Pizza and grape soda, nuff said." And then on a different date, I don't know if this is the same Harry guy sending this to Epstein, but an email is sent to Epstein that states, "This is better than a Chinese cookie, see attached. Let's go for pizza and grape soda again. No one else can understand. Go no." You can see there are so many messages referencing pizza. A lot of people think that this is obviously code speak. I wanted to let you know the crew really appreciated the pizza today. Thank you for letting us do that. And then there's a disturbing headline on these emails between Ehud Barak, the former Prime Minister of Israel, and Jeffrey Epstein, where the subject is slicing a pizza. Obviously, that's kind of morbid sounding.
Cannibalism is not illegal in the United States, with the exception of one state.
What?
The only state in the United States where cannibalism is illegal is the state of Idaho.
Are you kidding me?
No.
I am not leaving my house today.
This picture found in the Epstein files appears to show human meat directly next to turkeys on a cutting board. So you can actually download and scroll through all these photos yourself like I've been doing for the past few days. But at one point recently, I started to see people talking about this image. It is in file EFTA01646032. And you just have to scroll down until you find this. Now, this is a more full version of the photo that's unredacted. And as you can see, it appears to be a naked human or possibly a child with its legs up in the air, its face turned to the side, and it appears to be dead, almost as if it is going to be cannibalized next. So clearly, seeing this photo amidst other photos from Epstein's estate, like photos depicting CSAM and perpetrators, that's incredibly disturbing.
I think you're the devil himself. No, but I do have a good mirror. It's a serious question. Do you think you're the devil himself?
No, the devil scares me.
Is your money dirty money?
If you live,
I just asked a question. Is your money dirty money?
No, it's not. So, in fact,
why is it not dirty money?
Because I earned it.
But you earned it.
I earned it legally.
We went back to this before. You earned it. You earned it, advising the worst people in the world, right? That do enormous bad things, and just to make more money. You're a mathematician. We walked into that clinic where they're giving that money out to these people that are in the most dire straits of poverty and sickness, and told them that the money was coming from a, what are you, class 3 sexual predator?
Tier 1.
What's tier 1's the highest and worst?
No,
I'm the lowest.
I'm the lowest.
You're the lowest. Okay, tier 1, you're the lowest. But a criminal.
Yes.
That the money came from them. What percentage of people do you estimate? I understand you don't like probabilities. Do you estimate would say, "I don't care. I want the money for my children"?
I would say everyone said, "I want the money for my children."
Did they know where the money came from?
I think if you told them,
if I told them
the devil,
100%.
the devil
himself.
The devil himself said, "I'm going to exchange some dollars for your child's life."
Do you think you're the devil himself?
No, but I do have a good mirror.
It's a serious question. Do you think you're the devil himself?
I don't know. Why would you say that?
Because you have all the attributes. You're incredibly smart. You remember, the devil is somebody.
There's something deeply fucked up with you.
At least something.
Well, we know there are things deeply fucked up with this. You will get through in this film.
Right.
But of how the fuck did I do this to myself to put myself in West Palm Beach in a 6x9 cell with a metal fucking bed with a brown shirt that said "trustee" spelled wrong?
So did I find it amazing that I was there? That's a
not amazing, and I don't want to say it was not funny. Oh, I thought it was.
I wasn't funny.
Right.
But
not amazing.
It was incredible.
Incredible in what way? Incredible, like how do I do this to myself?
No. It's as incredible as me sitting here in this house.